Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing the this is the second update. I guess technically the third update because January I had an update to my No Pan Left Behind series here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me today. I am doing this series to make sure that I use every single pan of eyeshadow in my entire collection. And I am really excited to hop straight into it today. So if you are new here, I will have the playlist of these videos linked in the cards and in the description box down below. And let's hop straight into the progress. So let's start with my Z palette. I used all of these shades at least once, and then MAC, Wedge, and Terra Moon. I think this is Terra Borealis, I used 3 times each. So these two were definitely the favorites of this past month, but they're both beautiful, beautiful shades. I could go on and on and on about how much I love these Terra Moon Cosmetics multi-chromes, and I was very happy. I'm wearing Terra Borealis kind of on my outer corner today, and I just layered a lot of sparkly things, so very happy with how that turned out. Laura Geller Blend Away Rosy and Rustic palette. This one was super easy to use. I just used everything once. I took it on a work training, and so I just made sure to use everything once during the 3 days of training, and super easy. I really don't know what to say about this palette. It's kind of basic, but like in a good way. Not mad about using it, but I also am never like craving to reach for it because it's so neutral. So it's great for, you know, work trips and stuff like that. Another quick weekend getaway one that is super, it comes super much in handy is, oh, I forgot to mark it, but I know I used all of them because once I use all of them, I set it away. My Malibu Free Spirit palette from Lorac. Super easy. I used everything once. Similar situation. I brought it with me somewhere and then used all of the shades. I think I may have used this one twice, but I didn't mark it, so we'll see. I am really happy with this palette. I think it's just super easy to use, and I could definitely see myself kind of like panning it in the future when I want something that's going to be really easy to use every single day and I'm maybe not into super adventurous makeup. Then we get into the funner ones. I have this Huda Beauty New Nude palette, and I have used all the shadows at least once. Here, let's go down the line. I used the cream shade only once, which surprises me. That might be mismarked. I used the golds twice. I used this peach 3 times. This is Fantasy twice, Love Bite twice, Spanked twice, and then we have once. I am doing this backwards. Once, 4 uses. Once, and then twice I used this. Twice, and then once for this bottom roll, which surprises me because this Charmed shade is one of my favorite shades in the whole palette, but the most challenging shades for me to use out of this one, because it's a larger palette, I actually did find, you know, it was really easy to use these 3 lighter mattes and this one too, and it was a lot harder for me to use these 3 right here. These were the last shades in the palette that still needed to be used, and I did look specifically to use them. So the glitters just, in a shocking weird way, they're not my cup of tea. I love the pressed glitters, or I think I went through more glitter phase, and right now I'm really into these like kind of very sparkly shades that aren't chunky. Because yeah, look how beautiful that is. I get so many compliments when I'm wearing this palette in general, but specifically that Charmed shade. It is a beautiful, perfect mix of like brown with a rosy tone. I think it just complements my coloring really well, and I really like it. And the last one is this Dior Eye Essential Smoky palette, and I have again used this Satin Pearl in the lower bottom corner 3 times, this middle shade once, this matte-ish shade twice, these two shimmery shades once. This one I used twice, and then the bottom row I used the burgundy 3 times, this plum mauve shade twice, and then this black once. I used this in a Get Ready With Me that should have already gone up, I believe, and had a lot of fun playing with these like bottom corner with the more darker smoky tones, and had a lot of fun with that look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So overall, like, enjoy all of these palettes. I think that's my issue with decluttering, is that I like all of them. I enjoy using all of them. I think if I only had 2, I would be happy, but I have a hard time getting rid of ones that I really enjoy and still really have a lot of fun playing with. I've selected 4 palettes for the upcoming month, and they're kind of sticking with the theme of those like rosy mauve tones for the most part, and there's only one exception to that, and that exception is going to be my MAC Amber x9 quad, because I love this quad. It's an oldie but a goodie. Clearly it's been well loved in my collection, and I just wanted to have something more neutral in case I feel the urge to go more neutral this upcoming month. And then we get into the fun things. I have my Buxom Boss Babe Dolly palette. This is a beautiful kind of rosy, lots of plum tones in here. And then this shade, Drippin', is so beautiful. It is truly like the most wet look shadow I think I have in my collection. That's like this champagne color. I have some that are more gold, but this one's like a true like kind of white champagne, and it's so beautiful. So very excited to dip into this one, especially this time of year when I'm still loving this like kind of rosier vibe. And then the next palette is this NARS Ignited palette. This was a limited edition one, and I'm so glad that whoever got this for me as a gift, I believe it was my mom, got this for me, because I am obsessed with these 6 shadows right here. These 6 are also very nice. They make the palette usable like as a palette, but if they just came out with like a quad or a 6-tuplet, a palette that just was like that, and maybe not these exact shades, but like more of this formula, I would buy that. I think that would, I haven't bought eyeshadow in years, but I would buy that. That would be really fun. So very excited to use this. And I wore this last year on my birthday, I think, as well. So my birthday's coming up. This is the palette I want to be super sparkly when I turn 25. So that I'm very excited about. And then the last one is this Tarte 2017 holiday palette. And I had used it a good amount last year because I had Getaway in a project pan. I also had Palatial in a project pan, and then I had Lavish, I think that's, yes, Lavish the year prior. So I dipped into this a good amount last year while I had it sitting out for the 2 shades that were in project pan. And this is Brooch shade is really the only like green I have in my collection. So I was thinking for St. Patrick's Day, I'll pull it out and be able to do like a fun green look. And then I can also dip into it whenever I need to for other things. This is one where if I don't finish this by the end of March, I'll probably still film my end of March update and not push it into April, because if this takes me 2 months to use all of the shades and I rotate out everything else, I would be fine with that, because it's a lot of like pretty unique colors to my collection. So I'm not mad at the idea of using it more slowly. And when I say more unique, I mean like these teals and some of these oranges mostly. There's a lot of brown still in here, so I think I'll be fine. So yeah, so these are the 4 palettes that I chose for the month of March. I'm very excited to get started on them and get to play with them a little bit. And yeah, that's all that I have for these ones. And so stay tuned to see how I do. I've been doing pretty well with this project so far, because I think I'm pretty good at using 3 to 4 eyeshadows in a look. Sometimes it's just 2, but like when I'm doing a look, it's 3 to 4 eyeshadows. So that can get me through a 16 pan palette in like 4 to 6 looks. And then I also used these 3 eyeshadow sticks in the past month. So this is Laura Mercier Plum Caviar Eye Color Stick. This is their stick in Kiss from a Rose, which was some sort of limited edition collection. And this is my Nude Sticks Magnetic Color in Fig. I liked all of these, but Fig is definitely starting to expire. It's dried. It's like bunching up on itself. It did not blend very well, so I think this one's going in the bin. I can't really use it on my eyes. It won't blend on my eye. I kind of like covered it up with other shadow because it was not blending out the way it definitely used to, because I loved this one and wore it like for a month straight and then put it back in the jar, and now we're here. But these two, beautiful. I really like this Kiss from a Rose one. It's, again, you'll see a theme, very sparkly, very shiny. So that, and with the pinky hue, it worked perfectly in my rotation this past month. So 3 eyeshadow sticks down. I think I have like 9 more. That sounds right, including like some liquid ones as well. So that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.